What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 15 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Taurox the Brass Bull campaign. So as we saw last time, we had our bully trials as we got to try out both the Gorgon, specifically the Bloodbrute Behemoth, as well as Morgar's Jabberslythe and the Vorburgland Broodmother, both of which were quite effective at what they were supposed to do, I guess, and the Broodmother in particular, with that nasty Mortis Engine effect and magical damaging Sundering armor. And quite nice indeed. And oh damn, I forgot to give it the Blessing of Filth for that additional horrible regeneration, but I will put it on you next time, assuming that I can in fact remember. And this time around, we are going to be continuing on the path of destruction of the 1,000 Maws. And actually, speaking of the 1,000 Maws, between the episodes I went ahead and attacked Wulfrik here, and we destroyed it with relative ease, but it was going to be one of those minor battles where Malagor was not able to do his auto-resolve because the auto-resolve doesn't like his army, and we've already seen him destroy several of these locations, so I figured I'd save us a little bit of time. Anyway, as I was saying, let's begin with the rampage continuation. In fact, we'll start with Taurox this time around. I did get him the Savage Rampage momentum reduction thing, mostly because we want to move a couple of times. Yes, we will get into Cataclysmic Rampage with the next fight, which means we will lose this ability, but hopefully we'll be able to get into the first of the next rampages relatively quickly. So, Taurox, we're going to start with you. You're going to head right, let's say here, to near to Fregun. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pop you into, I'm wondering, do we... Well, I guess if we do Juggernaut raiding, we'll be vigor tired, so we could attack like this, raise it, and then move to Barley Moth next turn. So, we will start with resetting the... replenishing the movement range right now, like so, which will take it down to 5. We won't be able to do it again, so this was the time to do it. And then we'll quickly auto-resolve Fregun and then move away this way. Auto-resolve that. A little bit of damage, but that's fine, and then we'll obviously raise it as needed. You're gonna move. Go, go, go. Very nice. And, man, that took a lot of your movement range, and, we can't reach Barley Mod. Okay, that didn't quite work out, but you know what? We needed to heal a little bit, so I guess it's not the end of the world. You can raid a little bit and then head here. I wonder how many battles it'll need to get to Harsh Rampage again. We shall see. There's a bunch of territories here, but I guess Taurox not doing everything for everybody isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm just hoping that we can get it back within the 5 turns that we still have Stampede of the Chosen. We were able to do it last time, and like for Unyielding Onslaught, which we can see still has 8 turns remaining, so hopefully we can still make good use of this. At least that's the dream. Next, what we'll want to do is go for the Call of the Bray Shamans. We need a few Bray Shamans, and specifically they are raised at such high levels now that I would like one of them to, or a few of them replacing a few of the old ones. So we're going to do that. Dread gain plus 200, and yeah, like so. Then we'll probably spend some of that dread, but it probably won't be this turn. I just want to double check if there's any... I mean, there is this Bray Shaman, which hopefully we won't lose. That's the one that I really am looking to keep here for the Cornate army, because who knows if it'll get the weapon strength increase again. And it does buff the Minotaurs, or possibly a Minotaur army, which is going to be separate from the Cornate army, with more Minotaurs, as you guys, you know, have created approximately 8 million in Minotaur names. So yeah, Bray Shaman's at 450 now. Still a little bit steep. I would like to spend the Dread on a little bit more, or another army, to get another army on the field, but we'll see in a second. Morgar, you're gonna head on over to Delbers in Ruination Stance. Fantastic. Don't raise it, however, but create a Herdstone here. And this is where grave robbing. What does this do? Raid the following. Okay, yeah, no. We're not doing that. That's a waste of a turn. So we're going to auto resolve you. You can see a bit of damage, but that's fine. And then we're going to raise a Herdstone here. Alright, we're now out of Herdstone capacity, and hey, Taurox got Obliterator, so I guess he's going to hit even harder now. Hello, what do we have here? Horn of the First Beast. Increased base weapon damage, melee attack plus 10, and affects all allies in range. That's nice. Our range is actually not so bad at 60 meters. Now this would be good for anybody with a Death Star, and frankly I'd be interested to see how hard we can get Taurox to hit, so that's probably what we're going to do. Cataclysmic Rampage received, there we go. Grave Robbing aborted, but well, we were expecting that. Get into Beastmen ambush, or actually, you know what? We could say go outside of this place and go into hidden encampment. I'll lose a little bit of that bestial rage, but maybe we can trap this army and destroy it. It would be nice. I don't think we're going to get these things, though, because we needed 10,000 for... Well, actually, we have a few turns, so you know what, let's do it anyway. Let's go for Chosen Sangors and Chosen Pestigors again, because those are the ones that we keep doing, and most places will be similar to those. Alrighty, so you stay here, Morgar. Do we need to level you? How many points do you have? 2. Alright, 2 ain't bad. We could do Force for Change. We could do Bloodlust, Voice of the Dark Gods. We have not yet gotten any points into the Freakish Mutations to level up our Chaos Spawn further, but frankly... These are kind of meh upgrades. Ooh, plus 4 melee attack, who cares? And the weapon strength plus 9 is fine, but it's also not anything crazy. The Minotaurs get 6 and 6, which is much better for the melee defense. Fury of the Herd is worse than that because of the leadership rather than the melee attack. Leadership is fine, but still kind of meh. You know, I'll just get Force for Change. It's not a big deal, and we probably won't make too much use of it, if any use of it whatsoever, but just because we can. Alrighty, you sit outside Delbers and we'll see. Kazrak, you're up next, good sir, and you are going to hit Gorkill Backstabber with a nice ambush stance, because we'll want to try to get back to Nagenhof. Are you at war with the Skaven? No, unfortunately you are not. Kazrak, attack. We're not going to call our allies to help like so, we're just going to destroy you. And Pyrrhic victory? Pyrrhic victory. Against this. Is it because of the Squig Hoppers? Is it because this army is relatively weak? I guess we need more Bestigors. Alright, fine, we can fight it. That's not a problem. I really don't see what the problem here is, but I guess maybe the Auto-Resolve doesn't like Kazrak's army either, which would be unfortunate. But yeah, we might as well preserve the Razor Gore chariots, because if the casualties are high, then the Razor Gore chariots will be damaged very heavily, as the Auto-Resolve tends to hate units like chariots and has a tendency to delete them. Before we get started, we did once again manage to reach the engagement threshold, so this episode will once again be an hour long, and the offer continues to stand. 250 likes and 40 comments, and the next episode will be an hour long as well. I doubt, however, that the enemy will survive an hour. Go. Alright, here we go, and we are going to get to fight some Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, which I'm excited for, as it took quite a while to get them on the field in my Grimgore campaign, so it's nice to see them a little bit earlier this time around. Now we move Kazrak ahead of the entire army by himself for one simple purpose, and that is to activate this. He has to be losing melee combat in order for his Houndmaster ability to activate, and what better way than to charge him in by himself, get him surrounded a little bit, and then get that free unit on the field. It's too bad it's not like an activatable ability. I mean, I don't think a single unit of Warhounds is, I don't know, a strong enough ability to necessarily need to hide it between, or hide it away from losing in combat, especially since things like Packmasters can summon 6 units of various rats over the course of the battle, which is quite a bit. But anyway, not a big deal either way. Kazrak will still provide plenty of value. And main line is now charging in the Gors and Bestigors, as well as our Wargor and the Minotaurs, all trying to join the fray, while our fast movers, the other 2 Wargors, the ones that are on their chariots, will move around the enemy army, hit after the enemy fast movers, and then rip apart their back line. Not that there is really much of a back line to consider in this particular battle, but nonetheless. Night Goblins versus Hounds of Pestilence and Razor Gores, that's not a great matchup for them. Kazrak has a pretty big blob surrounding him as well now and helping him out, and we got a little bit of action between Minotaurs and Trolls. We did see this repeated earlier many a time with Grom the Paunch, one of the broken axes, and Taurox. But obviously that's no longer... that faction, rather, is no longer alive. Anyway, Night Goblins on the rightmost flank are getting completely surrounded now, poisoned by our own units. A little bit of taste of their own medicines, and so many of the Night Goblin units do poison everything they attack. And now they get a little bit of taste of it. Looks like over in the background, plenty of these squig hoppers are running away. They are probably not going to do too well facing off against the anti-large doggos, and with the bleed being applied to them as well. Though frankly, by the looks of it, the entire enemy army is not doing quite well at all. The enemy Night Goblin war boss has gone pretty much down to our one Wargor on foot. Certainly a reason to keep him on foot to duel enemy lords, is obviously you'll be more effective on foot like this than on a chariot against single entities. I am, however, thinking of trialing Kazrak out off of his chariot for a little while. We'll do a little bit more chariot action for him to see how it goes, but I think for a while afterwards we'll put him on foot, and then we'll do a comparison of how much damage he does and how well he does taking out enemy lords and single entities. Certainly he's not going to be something like Taurox, because he's not a huge monster and he doesn't have the massive splash attack or mass to take advantage of, to leverage, but he'll be pretty good at dueling. Either way, I'm going to speed this up as the battle is over. We're going to try to catch whatever gobos we can, but unfortunately plenty of them will run off due to this being a pseudo underway battle. I mean, it is an underway battle, but it's not an interception, and thus they will live. Yeah, Banner of Swiftness for the Swift Army, sure. Why not, why not? We got ourselves a decent reward there, and obviously the enemy stood no chance. I feel like the auto-resolve has it out for Beastmen. Doesn't seem to like their armies, generally speaking, because I guess of the type of units that they have, fragile, high damage dealers and glass cannons, I guess, do tend to do poorly in the auto-resolve, but very well on the battlefield against the AI, so screw you AI, or screw you auto-resolve, but that may as well be the motto for Total War, all of the Total Wars, since time immemorial. But so anyway, we are going to sacrifice those captives, and 121 damage on you, not too bad. The bleeding edge, and well, some of the Gores did well as well, but they're not going to stay in this army, so no praise for you. And Fast and Furious completely outdid the other Razor Gore chariots by getting 138 kills and the most kills of the army. Well done. Anyway, sacrifice captives, please. You're gonna run, but you ain't gonna run far enough. Okay. I was about to say you ain't gonna run far enough, but that was reasonably far. Bray Shaman's Familiar, Bray Shaman's Familiar. There's that Banner of Swiftness. Destroy this army. And this time auto-resolve it. This is gonna hurt our chariots, isn't it? Yeah, it destroyed 2 of the chariots. Game, why? Why must you hate what you don't understand? Let's see, sacrifice captives, total favor 1,000. Is it worth it to lose our bestial rage? I'd like to keep it maxed out, or reasonably maxed out. And again, we'll be raiding next turn. Yeah, fine. Just sacrifice the captives. Just be careful about it. Tuskor Chariot for Narn and an Obsidian Lodestone. At least we're getting some magic items now. Go into raiding stance. Then, here's what I'd like you to do. You are going to move this way. We're going to move both of the Nurgle's Foul Stink units, which is the other two, out of this army. Because we will shortly be generating a new... Okay, we're out. This is, I assume, the other Nurgle's Foul Stink guy? Yes. Then, you, Kornesh the Hornbreaker, enter this army. And Rusuizu, you do the same. Alright, and hey, it does stack. Oh, that's fantastic. Alright, so what does stack is this. The Warg Wars have a plus 15% campaign movement range for accompanying Lord increase, and both of them seem to have functioned here, which is very nice. I'm very happy about that particular effect. Magog Heart Eater I might replace. Confident is fine, but at the same time, if we can recruit a new one at like level 29 or something along those lines, well, I guess a little bit less, but that would be great. You guys are low level, but you both have Nurgle's Foul Stink, and I kind of want to keep that for our Nurgle army, which... We're at 1723, so we can get one up and running right now, or at least get it started. There was a Beast Lord with Nurgle's Foul Stink, and I don't want him to disappear, so that's what we're going to do. Rewards of Dread, we are going to purchase army capacity 1500. Ooh, I wonder what the next capacity is going to cost. Oh, it's always 1500. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I assume that... Like, if this is purchased, I assume that we can purchase another one, right, game? I would be really disappointed if it was limited in such a way that we couldn't purchase more of this. Just so that we haven't... No, it says we have insufficient dread. It doesn't say upgrade already purchased. Like the others do. Which means we should be able to buy it again. It would be stupid if you couldn't. Right? I'm trying to convince myself. Anyway, that's good, and you're going to get this new lord up and running. Beast Lord Nurgle's Foul Stink. Great. Then... Ah, oh, damn, you know what I should have done? Right. Yeah, Tuskor Chariot. Damn, they can't reach each other. That's unfortunate. We could have used the turn to generate some doggos for Kazrak's little friend here, but oh well. Not a big deal. Go back into raiding. And then I guess you can raid as well? Why not? Alright, and we'll pop these two Wargors into your army. I don't know what I'm going to do with Ungurul here, but we're going to send them somewhere where there are Minotaurs to buff. Alrighty, anybody else need to move this time around? It does not look like it. We do have money, but we need to keep a decent amount of that money, so we're not going to do anything about that. We're just going to end the turn and continue doing what we're doing. Skip. Outpost available. Skip. And turn. Alright, let's see if anybody is in range to attack us anyway. Rakarth wants peace, yeah, well, all of his armies have been destroyed and he's down to 2 or 3 settlements, and even though 5,000 is a very solid amount, we're not going to let him live. We're going to destroy his faction for good. We don't appreciate all that monster debuffing he does. Only the Beastmen are allowed to both use and debuff monsters. And, you know, continue their existence. Everybody else dies. And, this did work out in medium casualties to this. Honestly, I don't think this is worth fighting. It's just a pile of zombies, and even if the casualties are medium, we should be able to heal up, so it's fine. Auto-resolve it. And, it hurt badly our Sandgors and not our Chaos Spawn. Well, that's just very strange. That's really weird. And because the Sangors are very armored, they are very nicely defended, and they have barrier. These guys are much more fragile. I guess they do have regen, though, so maybe that's what's doing that. I'm not complaining, though. We'll take the money, though it's... Oh, man, that's fairly costly in terms of our Bestial Rage, though. But we need to spend 10,000 gold for a single upgrade. 9 Bestial Rage. No, you know what? I think we're gonna heal. Let's get the heal. Not a big deal. We don't need to take out the money every time. Although I do wish that there was a way to get even more money. And hey, there's that confederation between Kuhan and the Chevalier de Lyonesse. Ritual of Ruin available at Delbers, that's fine. Constructor, army receives Plague Morgar, great for Morgar. And Malagor. You are about to be back in action. Now, the way that we want to do this is probably move Malagor here to Tarosa by himself, in Ruination stance. Seems like something he'd enjoy. And then we'll probably want to raise a herdstone here. Perfect. Pyrrhic victory. Okay, it's gonna hurt us, so we're gonna need to see if there are enemies around to capitalize on this. Ah! Wulfrik the Wanderer is nearby, and he does not like us. Probably a decent chance for him to declare war on us. I was gonna send Abraku the Heart Eater to Varin to start recruiting his army, but... yeah, we can't have a Pyrrhic victory then here. We're gonna have to fight this. Okay, alright. You're gonna stay here and reinforce a little bit. Although I guess if we raise a herdstone... nah, we'll still want to reinforce. Alright, just stay here. Go here. We'll fight this in a second. I have a feeling that Wulfrik is coming after us, so yeah. Looks like no special herdstone at Magritte either, unfortunately, but oh well, not a big deal. Anyway, Morgar and Taurox, let's do you two, and then we'll continue. You still have that unyielding onslaught, and you're gonna head to Barley Motte through this way. Ambush stance, I guess, although... maybe Ruination stance instead. Just do Ruination stance for a little bit extra. We won't be able to reach Dassault anyway. Auto-resolve, and raise it to the ground. Luton raise it to the ground, I should say. Alright, now you're in the territory of Dassault. Just to double-check, rating will not allow us to reach it. Very, very close, though. And we're gonna have to get that Harsh Rampage back up. Alright, so we're gonna head over here. Hopefully you'll be able to do both next turn in a single turn, but we shall see. Your rating ain't too bad, though, so I'm happy about that. Castle Longhi will pop your ritual next turn. We'll need to pop a ritual somewhere this turn, though, because we are one short, and I think I know where that will be. Kazrak, should you take Nagenhof, which may warrant a battle, actually. They got Black Orcs, they got tons and tons of archers, and against this mobile army, that may prove something of an issue. Go around this direction. Like so. And then hit these guys. Yes, we will have a little bit remaining, and in fact, we can move a little bit further. Yeah, I hope I don't screw this up. I mean, I guess if I do, then we can head into another stance. Move slightly and go. There we go. Alright, it wasn't too bad. Pyrrhic victory, yeah, we won't be able to do this because once again it'll kill our poor and precious chariots. Ooh, another slug skin, Gift of Chaos. That's a nice one. I appreciate the poison. Razorgore chariot for Padefu. Then... okay, which one is here? You're the unsated bloodlust one. And you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll put you into the army. We'll put you into the army. Then we'll temporarily... I mean, I don't know where to send you right now. I was probably going to send you to the Cornate army or to the Bull army. I mean, you could sit here for now, or you could just head to sea. Just go. Just go. It's going to take you a while. Then we're going to pop you into... oh, are you kidding me? You can't reach these guys? Ah, damn. Well, that's a shame. You can do it via beast paths, though, so that's what you're going to do. Go right here. Hopefully there's nobody to intercept you. I just want you to reinforce a little bit. Alright. I'm going to say that's more or less good enough. Then, before we attack, Morgar, I'd like to take a look at what's going on over here. This guy... ooh, is he reachable? He is reachable. I won't be able to hit Middenheim in the same round, but that's okay. Delbers, we can't perform the ritual here until we reach Middenheim. But that's okay, we can wait the turn. Morgar, head out to here. This isn't our territory, is it? Nah. It's kind of close, but not close enough to be concerned with. I'll resolve this. 0 lost, very nice. And go for the additional bestial rage here. And then set up into raiding stance and continue your way to Middenheim, which is going to take 2 turns, but you'll be able to raid for a turn, so no biggie. Are these guys destroyed? I got two territories, so we'll have to head up north, but do we want to set up another thing at Middenheim? No, we want to set one up at Salzenmund instead. Yeah, that's a nice area denial. Oh, and it even includes Rosefells. That's nice. Man, Morgar is going a little bit too far north, or at least further north than I would have liked, but, well, what can you do? Korgoth Chaos Seeker, you've got chaos to find. Where's Scarby? I see vampiric corruption. Damn, it looks like, looks like the Vampire Coast is alive, but I still see Cornate corruption up here, so you're gonna head up there. Borgor Blackheart, you are actually quite low level now, so maybe we don't want to keep you. Then, we have limited time. I want to see about the Wargors and other booze cravings. Not great. Alright, just to double check, wait. Ungroll, you are not going... We need to send somebody to Morgar. So I guess we could get another one. But at the same time, we could get another for Arborku. Because he's gonna need one as well for his chosen Sandgors. Damn, we need a lot of Morgors. Wargors. I could use more Morgars as well, but, you know. It's expensive and dread, and we don't have a lot of time to get the Call of the Bray Shamans up and running either, but, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Another booze cravings, huh? Leadership and Rowdy. What does Rowdy do again? It's Perfect Vigor, but it's only for you, so it's kind of not a crazy buff. Well, either way, we're going to have to do it, so we may as well do it now. We're going to get another Wargor capacity, 635 now. Alright. So we'll need at least one more, right? I mean, I guess if we delete this one, because he's such a low level, we won't need to get any more capacity. Nah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. But for now, we're gonna raise you, sir, to go to Morgar's army. I don't know if the booze cravings really fits, but it kind of fits with the Centigors, because they have this buff as well, so kind of makes sense. Alright, you head over there to Score Chariot for Gallic Gorebringer, but you should be on a Razor Gore Chariot, which you are. Great. Now we attack, yes? Yes. Alright, here we go. Nagenhoff, let's see what we can do here. I forgot whether this army has the ability to break through walls, but I guess we're about to find out. Go. And gate health is at 14. Unfortunate. That was what I wanted to check. Oh well, looks like we're going to have to do this one manually rather than cinematically, which is weird because we've seen this particular map before many a time, and most of the time it was one we could do a cinematic on. What can you do? Anyway, you all together. Beastmen together strong, and you guys go back here. Fortunately, we don't have to be too considerate of the enemy range units, as they won't be able to do much to us. You guys are actually able to Vanguard deploy. Not all of the Wargors are, though, so yeah. We will head, let's say, well, the Razor Gores will need to move on through, and let's say a couple of the doggos as well. Alright, something along those lines. The Razor Gore Chariots, you can stay back here. You are going to take a while to move on to the field, but you can... Hey. Move in here. There we go. You all plus the doggos plus piggies. Together. Also strong. Alright, good. Start battle for the gate. Attack, and yeah, we don't have the thing in this army, but not a big deal. Enemy range units. Oh, they are actually, in fact, in range. But, well, they're going to target the Wargor. We're going to dodge a little bit, do the dance, the zigzag dance, and forward you go. Guess we could send some Bestigors up the walls if we really wanted to, but I'm a little bit concerned about them having to fight the Black Orcs once they react to it, so I think I'd rather bring down the gate first. Alright, the rest of you. Which... Alright, Taurox Man Rippers, you're looking pretty good in terms of HP. Let's send the Minotaurs there as well. We will follow up with the other doggos, possibly, or... We'll wait until that tower is no longer active, and then we'll send them around to open up the second gate. Bray Shaman, move in. We're gonna need your spells aplenty. And the enemy Night Goblin Warboss is right there. Ooh, nice. Alright, come on, bring it down. Kazrak and the Wargors. Dibs on the band name. And Taurox Man Rippers move in as well. Kazrak, I need you to start losing melee combat immediately. Come on, somebody damage him. Somebody damage him heavily. Please, anybody? Alright, hey. Piggies and doggos, you're gonna need to move in, and where are the Man Rippers? Well, they're trying. I'm trying to rip some mans. Alright, and ooh, lots of options in terms of targets. You know what, let's wait a little bit until more units move in. You guys can move as well. How's that gate looking? That towers are still, unfortunately, operational. Wargors, I would like you to back off where you have some buffs. Let's pop the Totem of the Herd on all of you. And now we can pop the Flock of Doom. I mean, I guess more units are coming, but should be good enough. Ah, there we go. Kazrak started losing melee combat, which means he's got his summons. Let's also move the Minotaurs in, and Wargors are gonna have a little bit of a problem. Activate Scourge now. We don't have the... No, we have Fate of Biuna, but we don't have the other thing. Oh well, not a big deal. Soul Blight on the Blob, please. Like so, Wargors, you're still getting hurt. Alrighty, how about the Bestigors in now, and we'll follow them up with the Black Horns. Bray Herd, though they are, you know, fairly fragile. Alright, you two, head here, and the other doggos head here as well. Everybody else is in, Kazrak is fighting, you two are backing off nicely. Actually, if we could send you around, that would be swell. Obviously, we haven't leveled the Wargors to actually dish out damage, so it does make sense, or to take damage either. And they're only currently set up to buff armies. That will change eventually, but now is not eventually. Alright, you two try to break through to get to those guys, and let's send in another unit of Bestigors. Can't have Taurox Man Rippers doing all the work. Kazrak, please try to reach that guy. And your summon doggos are doing okay. Let's send more Gors in. Alright, we got a little bit of a while until our next Flock of Doom. You all go after that gatehouse, please. Alright, going, let's say, reasonably well for now. One of those rare times where I think that maybe the, what's it called? Trying to remember the name of the spell. Purple Son of Zoreus might have actually helped us here, because this is a big enough blob of enemies that they could have done some work. Did the Regiment of Renown move in? It did, but it looks like we still have a lot of fighting to do. Minotaurs, after that Black Orc Big Boss. Kazrak, no, chase down the enemy lord. And Wargor, go after that Black Orc Big Boss as well. We got another Flock of Doom available. No Overcast, though. So we'll wait at least a few more seconds until we can overcast it. Kazrak, you're a little bit damaged. I would like you to chase the enemy lord down, though. And I would really also like you to not leave the... Okay, you know what? Fine. We'll send one of the mages to chase him down. I guess he's shattered as well. Alright. And do that. And you're gonna have a decent amount of damage after all this. And are you guys broken through the gate? You are. Very nice. Hit those Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers to start. The enemy's melee units are all pretty much in combat now. Just saw that Black Orc Big Boss fall. Activate your Potion of Toughness and move towards those Black Orcs. Kazrak, you're the best situated to fight them. You need to move into the fray, and you guys need to move into the fray as well. And I'd like the Wargors all over here to deal with those Orc Air Boys. Nice. We have chased down the enemy lord and are moving deeper into the enemy settlement. Good. Alrighty, now we can watch a little bit. I mean, obviously, since this was a broken siege and that we couldn't do it, cinematically, I had to control most of it, so it is what it is. I'm still very curious as to why in this particular situation that occurred, because it didn't occur on this map previously, so it must be something to do with something else, as in not necessarily the map, which is curious as well. Alright, doggos, please take out those orc air boys, though they are decent fighters. You will surround, destroy the orcs, and you can head on in. Guess you can pop in an on-overcast Flock of Doom on the rest of these guys. Just out of curiosity. 98 kills and 75k damage. Gotta love it when the enemy blobs up for you, and you get plenty of those Flocks of Doom to affect massive blobs of units. Alrighty, and that's the battle, isn't it? Lovely. Alright, not too much damage at all. Well done to Kaz. And that'll allow us to pop the ritual here, which will then allow us to get another herd stone raised. So I can't remember where I was going to raise another herd stone, but, well, I'm sure we'll find the place. Beastmen aren't known for giving good directions. Go figure. Alright, ooh, 3.7k rewards out of that, but Kazrak does get the most post-battle loot, so it does make sense. We are going to raise it for another 2.6k. Kaz, you're going to back off, that's just fine. And hopefully there isn't anybody to take advantage of Sidhu here being by himself. If you go into raiding stance, you can get right to Whaler, wherein we will destroy this faction for good. Or... in fact, let's see. Yeah, let's do that. I was gonna build some doggos for this guy, but, you know, at a cost of 1200 gold, maybe not. We'll have to raise a herdstone somewhere here eventually, and that's when we'll do that. Though we gotta get the Nurgle army up and running. Also, you don't need the terrifying Mask of V, and hopefully we can turn it into something more useful. I also forgot to give one of these Horns of the First Beasts to somebody. Taurox, start with you. Morgar and Taurox will have the most benefit out of those guys. Actually, you know what? While we're here, Slaw, we're going to finally give you a name. I did ask you guys suggestions for his names, specifically as his feat was worthy of a legendary character, and thus I'm going to go with Slaw Le Coeur Sauvage. I think... well, this one speaks to me the most, and I like the idea because, in part, I feel like a lot of the Beastmen units, or at the very least the Beastmen regiments of renown or heroic units, are likely, or just as likely, to be named by their enemies, rather than the Beastmen themselves. Kind of like, I don't know, the Butchers of Krakengard and whatever. And this makes sense to me, that the Bretonnians named this guy, and also... how would most of the Bretonnians know his name was Slaw in the first place? They're not going to be going around asking the Beastmen their names, and most of the time the Beastmen are just making goat noises, so they're probably not telling. There were a few other good name suggestions, though, and I'm probably going to steal them for other characters, not necessarily this one. Also, while we're here, Akash Gornbringer, to make you Taurus Oldhorn. And then you, Cloven. I mean, fair enough, but you can be Roxtow and the Twin. Alright, I'm not going to name the third one because I'm not sure I'm going to keep him in this army. I like Rotten, don't get me wrong, but if we can get another one with Unsated Bloodlust instead to power up the Minotaurs even further, and then that's what we'll rely upon. Aggressive and Tactician. Huh? Wasn't the other one that I wanted third? There was a Cornate one, wasn't there? Huh, weird. Not a big deal, but weird. Ooh, there's a Raised with Hounds one, but it's Lore of Death, so I don't really care that much about it. Ambusher, Rotten, and just double-checking some of these. Tyrant may be of use to us in our Tzeentchen army, because they may have Ungor Raiders. I don't know for how long, but they will definitely have them for some time. We don't, unfortunately, have enough dread to do anything about that at the current time, though. Malagor, I guess you're going to fight now, and maybe we will have enough dread. Wait. Lords and Heroes, just to check, we are at 415. That's not bad. That's doable. That's doable indeed. Alright. For now, go. I picked the wrong guy. Let's... There we go. I was just like, wait. I want to level you, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. Curse of Anra here, quite useful in this army. And I guess that's what we'll probably want to continue leveling. Curse of Anra here. I guess we could get the transformation of Kadan to periodically summon another Manticore, but I'm not 100% sure it's worth it over other spells. Especially since Malagor is doing most of the damage with his Flock of Doom spammage. Anyway, this one he'll do cinematically since the last one failed, even though there's probably not a crazy need. Go. Alrighty, here we go. More action for Malagor. Stop more. I would say stop me when you get tired of seeing the this army do this, and I normally would say that, but since Ricard's faction is pretty much done for, we won't be seeing much of them anymore, and the flying army can turn to different foes, so yeah. Anyway, we're going to drop a bunch of spells on this pile of enemies here. Start off with that Flock of Doom, follow it up with a Vile Tide, and then pop that Vortex right among them. Looks like that was really nasty, a massive bloody pile of enemies, and now the rest of them, the ones that are still fighting, are going to get distracted by the Unbreakable Defiled Crows. Out of curiosity, how much damage did that combo do? 41 kills, not a crazy amount, but 49k damage within a few seconds is pretty darn good. It also caused 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to effectively break, and even the ones that aren't broken will be picked up and destroyed by the Harpies, who continue waiting in the wings. We also have an enemy Feral Wyvern on the field, daring to take to the skies when all know that Malagor is the one who, I don't know, lords over them. But fortunately, that Feral Wyvern is going to get brought down fairly quick, especially with Malagor applying his debuffs in the air. Alright, away it goes with 71 HP. I guess we could have chased it down, but there wasn't really much of a need, because once the battle is ours, it'll be destroyed. Anyway, Vissen's Wild Form activated on our blob of melee units as the enemies send in its most elite unit of their Black Guard of Nagaron. And considering how many large units we have in our blob of melee units, it does make sense. Now, that said, that's really not going to help. The bounce power shifts rapidly to 100% in our favor, and just like that, very, very suddenly, the battle is ours. Really, this battle pretty much ended as soon as it started, or as soon as Malagor dropped his spells. Within the first, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, the enemy just blobbed up far too much for it to be a concern, and I guess the Defiled Crows do help with that quite a bit, forcing the enemies to blob up, especially until the unit is completely dead due to that unbreakability. Alright, one loss, and I don't know if it was an Ungor or whether it was a Harpy, but yeah, pretty darn decent, and our reinforcements didn't even have time to arrive onto the field. Now, I did unfortunately forget to pop the other rituals, so we'll have to raise the Herdstone next turn. That's what happens when you get too excited about the battle, but oh well. Loot and raise this, and let's hope it's not much more... stop moving. More expensive than that. And another Horn of the First Beast. Go figure. Starting to get these constantly now. And you do not need that. And hello. A Potion of Healing. You do not need that, at least not at the current time, but, well, we may give that to you later. Alright, now. How much is this going to cost? I'm gonna have you do it as well. Doesn't matter. Well, you know what? It's probably better to have you do... Wait. Out of curiosity. Oh, damn it, I forgot about... I instantly forgot it again. Okay, wait 1 second. Perform ritual right here at Sith's. There we go, and we're making our way to the next tier there. Alrighty, now we can raise the next herdstone. It's going to cost you 4k, and it's going to cost you 3k. So we could save 1k by doing it, though that'll put you into Vigor Tired, which may be problematic for fighting Wulfrik, so I'd rather spend the extra 1k. Like so. And hope that that won't matter. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pop you into Hidden Encampment right outside the settlement. And we're going to see if Mr. Wulfrik decides to pull an ambush on us. Or rather, try to suddenly attack us. In which case we'll pull an ambush on him. Yes. Repair that harbor immediately, repair the shamanic challenges as well, and raise that Hive more slave, which we've been waiting on. I guess keep on raising Ungor Raiders as well, as this is going to be our ranged army. We have no access to global recruitment. I wonder why. Do you have access to global recruitment? You do not. No recruitment points available. What the heck do we need to do to get global recruitment? Maybe one of the moon events? I don't remember. Not a big deal right now, mind you, but still. You should also probably build the raiding party here, because we need these everywhere. Just to double check, we also do need the heads on pikes. It is extra dread per turn. I wish it wasn't so expensive, but, well. The dread is needed. Yeah, build both. Not crazy expensive, let's say. Let's also hope that Wulfrik is, well, he's low level. Probably does not have Lightning Strike. I'm just gonna assume that he doesn't, or I'm gonna hope that he doesn't, because if he does, it's gonna be a problem. Anyway, Beret Shaman and Wargors are fine. We could raise a Beret Shaman now. Beret Shaman. There we go. Now, where was I going to raise ya? I think it was... Well, I do like the Unsated Bloodlust one as well. I'm almost inclined to say I want the Unsated Bloodlust one more than I want the Tyrant one, even if it does buff up the Ungor Raiders. Because in the late game, we probably will switch them all out. And we may never get another Minotaur buffing one for the Khorne army. Which means that's what we're gonna do. Beret Shaman right here. Hey, there's Khorne's Fury. It's still there. Am I crazy, or was that not visible before? Maybe I probably looked somewhere else. Oh, I probably was looking in the Beret Shamans again. Just like that time, the dread confused me oh so much. And Sated Bloodlust you. Alright, good. And then we'll raise a few more as well shortly, in part to replace a few of the other low-level ones. The Nurgle one's going to need one. And I think there was a Nurgle's Foul Stink... Wait. And there's a Rotten one on the Beret Shaman of Death here, which we'll probably just transfer over, because Kazrak doesn't really need the Beret Shaman of Death. I may keep him just to 1, so that we can keep 3 Wargors in his army, because he feels more like a Wargor kind of guy. Anyway, I believe we're ready to end the turn yet again, unless I'm mistaken. I mean, we could build some stuff here. Oh, actually, no, we can't, because we can't switch stances, so we're fine as we are. Well, maybe not fine, but we're stuck as we are. Let's save that. Just double checking, and no, we're good, we're good. Alright, let us not perform this ritual yet. Let's see if Wulfrik does anything fancy. Outpost upgrade, and end the turn. Alright, moment of truth, Wulfrik. What I probably should have done was had Malagor leveled up after the battle, but who knows? Wulfrik may be too scared. There he is, and no, he does not declare war on us. Huh. And... What he may try to do here, though. Maybe we should destroy his army while it's here. These guys are probably going to take Magritta. So what I'm thinking about Wulfrik, here's the thing. He's probably going to move over there, and yes, one of these. The cost of skill gives us Harpies and Feral Manticores. Razor Gore Chariots, again this one. This is the, again, most useless one. Hey, are we even able to get capacities for anybody else? Maybe you can't. Maybe these are the only ones you can get them for. Because I don't think we've seen any other ones. Bit unfortunate because we're not interested in any of these right now. And probably won't be for a while. Literally any of the other ones we'd be interested in, but not those. When one falls is great, no matter how far is great. When one falls will allow us to auto-resolve a lot more, but no matter how far will allow us to attack a lot more. And you know what, we do have some distance to travel, so I'm inclined to say we'll go no matter how far this time. Alright, we're probably going to attack Wulfrik, and you know what, by the looks of it, that'll be a pretty nice battle. He doesn't have his mammoth, unfortunately for him, but you know what, that's his problem. And I'd like to try out the Eye of Morrsleeb, if we can do so before Wulfrik gets angry and tries to attack and destroy us. Let's do the rest first, however. You, sir. Your shaman can sort of just sit nearby, although I would like to check one thing. What new wargors do we have? Ooh, there's a Raised by Hounds guy here. Wait, these aren't wargors? We need to check Kazrak. What wargors do you have? Unsated Bloodthirst. There it is. Alright. I think that's the one. So, Borgor Blackheart, you have Khorne's Fury, which is fine, but you're level 6, and it's just not worth our time anymore. It just takes them too long to level. Also, we have only one turn remaining of Call of the Wargors, so this is the time to raise one of those. And just to double check, though, you have Unsated Bloodlust as well, but we could probably use one of these. Yeah, we'll use one of these in Taurox's army and one of them in not Taurox's army, so that's just fine. I guess you could go to this river. Also, Kazrak, well, while I have you, take out Whaler. Raise it. This is their last territory, right? Yes. We could peace out with them if we wanted to. How much money would you give us for this? 7k. They wouldn't be able to settle here anyway. And more like... Oh, they'd be able to settle here, though. 7k, though. It's quite a bit. Although it'll cost us the Bestial Rage. Man. Yeah, but at the same time, we'll probably get a decent amount from raising whalers, so it's probably not as big of a deal. Really medium casualties again? You're just not liking Kazrak's army, are ya? Yeah, damn. And look at that, it killed off all of our chariots again. It's just gonna keep doing that, I guess. Oh, well, what can you do? We're gonna raise it for the money, since we forewent the other money. And, hey, another Filth Mace. That'll be nice for the Nurgle faction. Then we're gonna pop you into encampment for one turn. Then we're going to move you here, and we're going southward now, towards Castle Drakenhof. You will then go into hidden encampment, and we're going to steal some doggos from you. Temporarily, mind you, but steal them nonetheless. 1, 2, 3... I think you can only get 3 on the field at once. Yeah. We don't have capacity for them. Okay, but they're cheap to capacitize. 1. Is that enough? I didn't do the count. No, it's not enough. All right, we'll need another one. That's fine. If only the capacity reduction included these guys, but alas, it does not. Alright, you, Galagorbringer, Booze Cravings, you are going to Morgar, so you're going up here. Then Taurox, 'tis your turn now. Let's see if we can't get your rampage back up to where it needs to be. Go for Ruination Stance, destroy Dassault. Wait, where's this guy? Oh, man. We could reach him and destroy him. Is he going to Castle Longhi? If we take Dassault, we can perform the ritual there, though, so we won't care about it. And this guy won't be able to settle anything around it anyway. Yeah, alright. Screw him. We're not gonna chase after him, it takes too long. I'll resolve. And raise for a fairly nice amount. And then back away, sir. And then you're going to go into raiding stance, and you can just reach Soleil. Very nice. Like so, and I'll resolve this as well. We'll have to heal you up a little bit, but I think it's worth our time. Luton... You know what? Nah, still Luton Raiders. And you can then just enter into a raiding stance and heal yourself back up, and we can't reach the next place, but that's okay. Manish Thrall, a Talisman of Endurance though, nice, and a Brass Cleaver. Very nice. We got a bunch of items now, and I think I'm gonna probably retool some of the items between the episodes. Just so I don't have to waste screen time on it. Precious, precious screen time. Perform ritual. Alright, very nice. Sandlongi, you are reasonably well defended. Not as well as we'd like, especially since you only have the one Herdstone, but certainly enough to deal with this tiny little army, if it can be called such. Alright, who's up next? Morgar. You are heading to Middenheim, which you cannot reach, but, well, you'll be able to reach it next turn, so that's just fine, and you'll be at full health by the time you reach it, so happy about that. A little bit of raiding. And the raiding from you does quite a bit of damage as well. It's quite annoying, especially with Force for Change. These guys will lose, let's see, 17 Graveguard from a single turn of raiding, and they're not even besieged. I think that's worth our time. Delbers will pop your ritual as soon as Middenheim is destroyed. Just trying to keep track of which rituals haven't been popped. I think it's mostly these ones. We're supposed to be up to 5 Herdstone shards. There's 2 down here that haven't been popped. This one and this one. Also, wait, did we? Yes, we did build that. Okay, okay. And just double checking. Malagor, you're gonna attack in a second. Aberku, Heart Eater, you. Oh. We still need to get you a Wargor as well, don't we? A moment. And we're out of Wargor capacity again. Okay. Wait, just let me just try to figure this out. Where did I do the other Wargor? I did one here. Oh, it was Unsated Bloodthirst or Bloodlust or whatever. So I guess we can't do one yet. We have 1 turn, meaning, now is the time we have to increase the capacity, but I don't think we're able to. Alright, that guy's gonna have to forego the Wargor until the next availability, unless we want to delete one somewhere. You're at level 21. Let me just see if there's one I don't like. These 2 are Nurgle's Foul Stink, so we'll keep them. Oh, this guy. Wait, no, not this guy. This guy. Magok Hearteater. You're only confident. Yeah, but I guess we wouldn't be able to replace you either. I guess we could send you southward, but I'm not going to do that. Which means we're just going to ignore it. Ungrul. Yeah, Unsated Bloodthirst, you know where you're going, sir, so you're going to head down the river. And where is our Chaos Seeker? Go find Scarby. Should be drawing close to him at least. The rest of that I think is good. I just want to see factions discovered, encountered rather. Sylvania, Rapturous Excess, and the Drown. No Scarby as yet, but it'll change shortly. You. Ambush stance, Aberku. You're probably not going to be able to reinforce, but it really depends on if the ambush succeeds or fails. I guess we could just not ambush, so that we can get a little bit of playtime with the Eye of Morsleep. Yeah, let's do that. Go right here. In fact, wait, go right there, but in... Do you need any other stance? I guess one of the annoying things is Wulfrik will run, which will prevent us from immediately attacking Almira, but, well, what can you do about that? Now, Wulfrik, you're currently... Oh! Huh. If we declare war on you, we'll have to declare war on your allies, so these guys. Which means we won't be able to ally with them unless... Break defensive alliance with Worldwalkers. 12.9. Alright, well it looks like we'll be fighting some Slaanesh. Hey, you know what? At the very least that'll mean some more variety in battles. And who would turn that down? Life leeching from Malagor. Then, you. What are you missing? We should probably get Retinue Physician. We have both of the totems. We are missing Bloodlust on you and, yeah, Retinue Physician. Alright, which means I guess we get Inspirational. Nothing else is going to be super useful here. Alright, now, I guess we're declaring war, and yeah, maybe the Slaaneshi will... Oh, he's also at... He's also friendly with Scryer as well. Okay, what about you? Break defensive alliance with Worldwalkers. No, still unlikely. I wanted to avoid attacking Scryer because we can join their wars. Okay, how about this? What if we declare war on you? And maybe the World Walkers will join? Yes, they will. That way we don't get Scryer in, but we get to fight both of them. Beautiful. Malagor, switch to not the Rampage stance. Ah, man, we really don't want the Rampage stance. That'll screw our flyers over. Raiding stance screws us over. I guess we have no choice but to go Ruination stance. Doesn't really help us here, but it doesn't in ambush. Ah, but it reduces our post-battle loot. Man, okay, you know what? I think we have to do the ambush stance. Let's just hope that it fails. Fail, fail, fail. It did not fail. Okay, well, maybe the Eye of Morsley will still be able to get on the field? Let's find out. Alrighty, here we go. The last battle may not have been anything to write home about, as it was very, very easy against the remnants of those Dark Elf forces, but this is Wulfrik. He has his Marauder Berserkers, he has his Mammoths, though he does not have his own Mammoth, but this should be considerably more challenging. We're going to start the battle off with Malagor casting the Vortex spell immediately to summon his Defiled Crows, and essentially split the ambushed half, or split the ambushed enemy army in half. The idea here is we are splitting the enemy range units here, and the enemy melee units. Range units here being the Marauder horses and the various Marauder hunters, which will be hit by the piles of harpies, which don't want to be fighting the Marauders in melee, as in not the melee Marauders. The melee Marauders will have to contend with Malagor and the Manticores, who are going to try to stop Wulfrik from escaping, while we destroy the range that are now unprotected. Back here, the two units of enemy mammoths got hit by our melee blob and 3 manticores as well. So this is the biggest concentration of units that we've applied to this, and obviously the enemy's biggest threat, or the biggest threat the enemy has on the field, are those mammoths, so we gotta get them off said field. Anyway, the enemy Marauder Hunters, all that anti-large and range capability that they have, now surrounded by harpies, and should be ripped apart with a reasonable quickness. The enemy melee units still getting distracted by those Defiled Crows as well, and we most definitely need them to do that. Alright, working out reasonably well. It looks like we also managed to bring down the first of the enemy mammoths, and the Maherd of Bloodfjord is going to run as well. Wulfrik is in a horrible shape here as Malagor continues to attack him together with his 3 manticores, and every unit that tries to help him out will take more damage from Malagor's aura, as well as repeated casts of Flock of Doom. At the very least, Wulfrik continues to fight, moving back to try to fight that Manticore, but it looks like with 400 HP remaining, a couple more hits, and Wulfrik will drop. Okay, I'm pretty sure he dropped. Yeah, he did. That was on cue. I did it, guys. I finally did it. Campaign over, channel closed, we're done here. Alright, well, I'm happy with it, if anything. And, ooh, what was that? Why did they all go flying like that? Huh. Maybe that was Malagor's liftoff ability? I'm not entirely sure. Not important, but nice. Anyway, how are the enemy piles of Berserkers doing? Oh, there's still a Shaman Sorcerer to deal with here, and our Manticore is going to try to go after him. Malagor will continue to drop Flocks of Doom on the enemy and has already racked up 44,000 damage. Our Harpies have destroyed the enemy range units, though a few of them did get hurt for their trouble, and I think the ones that got hurt were primarily the ones that were forced to fight melee enemies like this. As in the ones that were able to get around our Defiled Crows. I guess our Defiled Crows can't hold or couldn't hold all of them off. I think perhaps I may have committed a few too many troops to going after the 2 mammoth units, so maybe I should have split the melee blob roughly in half and sent a few of them to protect the flanks of the harpies. so like they could hold off any enemy melee units that were looking to join the fray. Anyway, still a few enemy units left, but actually not for long. We're going to activate the vortex again to summon another unit of defiled crows, but we don't need it. It was an ambush after all, and it is a quick battle, quickly over as the enemy gets ripped apart. Unfortunately, our Cygor does enter the field. I did want to try him out here, but he got here just a bit too late. Not to worry, he's going to have plenty of work as he's going to be the centerpiece. I mean, this is the Eye of Morsley. He's going to be the centerpiece of the Tzeentchen / all-ranged army. We might do 2 Tzeentchen armies, depending. We'll see. We'll see how much capacity we can get of various things. Anyway, there's some chasing to do. This may be an ambush, but that doesn't mean that the enemy army won't survive, but we'll do the rest off screen. Oh wow, that gave us a ton of money for our trouble. I am very happy with that, and I'm tempted to heal because it'll heal us to full, but now we gotta sacrifice captives. Another 3k on top of the near 6k that we got out of that. Well done, Malagor. I wonder why you got so much post-battle loot compared to everybody else. It seems like more than we would usually expect, doesn't it? Well, either way, that's a good thing. Ooh, wait, let's see. 132 kills on Icarus's Angels, very nice, and 164 and 18k damage on the Daughters of the Crowfather, and then lastly the Downcast Angels with nearly 20k as well, so some of the Harpies did very nicely. Sadly, we didn't really get to try out the Eye of Morsley, but what can you do? And 66k damage on Malagor, hardly surprising. He does plenty of spell work, and the rest of the Mantcores did roughly on par with each other, so good for them. Take the money. And we'll have to chase down Wulfrik. Oh, what I should have done is kept him alive. Damn, I screwed that up a little bit. Yeah, that was my bad. I should have allowed Wulfrik to escape so that we could get the defeated Wulfrik the Wanderer trait on Aberku. Granted, we'll probably still be able to get him, well, kill him again, but a bit unfortunate. Oh well. Blood Feuder for Malagor then, and a free potion of toughness, as well as a ritual available at Tauroza, pretty much immediately after building it. Swell. Malagor. Ooh, you can actually reach Almeria. That's very close, though. I wonder if you'd be able to auto-resolve what remains here. Risky, but give it a try. Come on, ambush, ambush, ambush. No ambush. But you can try to ambush again. Though you will run out of... I'll run out of points soon enough, but I'd really love for you to go to Almeria. Although, wait, what do we have in terms of defenses here? Oh, I could do that between the episodes, because this is not worth fighting. Alright, try the ambush again. Oh no, we need to reset the seed before we can do that. Wait. Do we have a way to reset the seed? Other than by moving Aberku and Malagor? Oh, wait, I guess if we move you very slightly, we would be able to. Maybe you could get close. I guess at the end of the day, if we can't, then you can at least raid the place, but I'd really rather take care of that between the episodes if possible, but if not... Oh, actually, we could just end the turn. Yeah, I'll just do that then. Alright, fine. You go here. Aberku. Now go for it. Watch the ambush work now. Nope, still didn't work. Auto-resolve this. Teensy bit of damage, I'm sure. Maybe I should have just fought that instead, but then that wouldn't have saved any time anyway, so that wouldn't have worked. You can take the kill captives for the bestial rage because you need to grow. Then I would like you to go into raiding stance and start moving towards Varan. It's going to take you 2 turns to get there. Then, while you're moving, and oh, I should not have moved you that way. That's too late now. And you can raid. I guess go right here. I'm just gonna hope that this guy doesn't immediately attack Aberku. Oh, if it happens, it happens. And, oh, wait, you can go into Hidden Encampment instead. And build a couple more Ungor Raiders. We won't need this many, but just so that your army is full. Just in case, or as full as it's liable to be for now. Malagor, we also need to get you giants, but there's one other thing we want to do. All of the Wargors, not super helpful in the sense that we have no more Wargor capacity, but... Damn, 724. I wanted to increase the capacity while we still had the reduction, but alas, it looks like that's not going to be possible either. Oh well. Oh, Wargors. Why am I so reliant on you now? Alright, I think with regards to that, that's fine. We're going to then switch to you, Shadowy Herdstone. Let's unlock those Tsangors so we can get to Varan and start recruiting them next turn. And then Alberku can start heading out with his own army without being Malagor's follower. I would like that. Otherwise, I'd like to end the turn right now, unless I'm mistaken nobody else is sieging. Though just to double check. Because they're everywhere, and... no, nobody's sieging. Alright, so it's on the turn. Outpost available, yada yada yada. Got decent amounts of cash as well now. Oh, I also gotta remember that I believe this place, Soleil, does not have a herdstone near it, but I guess we could raise one at Lyonesse and just pop the ritual pretty much immediately. From that, and then whatever other territory is nearby. And oh wow, we are very much out of time again, and you're attacking again with a weaker force than you attacked with last time. Okay, we're not even going to bother with that one. Take the money. It's free dread, I guess. It almost reminds me of farming rebellions when you play Skaven. Farming dread like that. Not a bad thing, I suppose. Ice Scorch Indrian Enclave confederate some plagues in places. The chosen Sangors are now available. Oh no, unhappy populace. We don't even technically have populace, so yeah, we don't care about that. Why did I want to end the turn now? Oh wait, are you able to reach? Yes, you are able to reach. And this is the edge of Varan, is it not? Yes, it is. Alright, go right here, buddy. And Malagor built his tier 4, which means... Yes, okay, for a second I thought, where are the Tsangors? But no, yeah, there you go. Tsangors on the field. Would like to get more, but at least for a while we won't be able to, though we're drawing closer. And oh, we can build giants here. Oh, that's fantastic. I was going to build giants directly in Malagor's army. What we could do is have you build them for him instead. Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't even think of that. Alright, well that really works out. Hopefully these Skaven don't suddenly attack this army while we're recruiting, but we are hidden in our hidden encampment, so well, let's hope not. Anyway, with that, we are out of time, and I'm going to call the episode here once more. It looks like we are very close to the tier 5 in the Cursed Labyrinth and Taurox's army, so possibly next episode or the episode after that, we will get the Meat Larder and the Gorgon's Lair to get more Gorgons and finally Bulgors and generally retrofit the army, which means for the next Stampede, we'll be picking the dread reduction for the Minotaurs in particular. We'll move south with these guys and hopefully get that Nurgle army up and running before we separate. Morgar will complete the destruction of the Ever-Living, and then start moving southward through the remnants of the Empire towards Athaloran itself. Can't wait to get those God Gores and the God-themed armies up and running, so stay tuned for those. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially to Threshold. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.